Hello, and welcome to Lines, Planes, and Polyhedra Part 2. Today, we're really going to discuss more about polyhedrons. We spent a lot of time in the last lessons talking about lines and planes. So we're first going to start with a definition. Okay, a polyhedron is a three-dimensional figure whose boundaries are polygons. Okay, now remember, a polygon has to have three edges, okay, at least three edges, and it has to intersect at its endpoints only. Okay, so remember, like a circle is not a polygon. Oh, I need to change my color there. Um, a circle is not a polygon because it doesn't have three edges, right? It has no edges. I don't know why it's not saying there. This would not be a polygon because it intersects here in the middle, not just at the endpoints. Okay, so um, if we look here at these three-dimensional figures, all of their boundaries are polygons, right? Here's this polygon. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, so that was a pentagon. Okay, and so this polyhedron is made up of pentagons. This polyhedron right here is made up of triangles, has that square there in the middle. This one is made up of triangles with a square at the base. Okay, this one's a triangle with a triangle as a base. Okay, this one has rectangles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has pentagons as the base. Okay, so it has to have polygons. Polyhedron has to have polygons as the boundary. These are not polyhedrons, okay, because they do not have polygons as their boundaries, right? This is a sphere, so it doesn't have any boundaries really as far as a polygon goes. This is a cone, right? It has a circle, which is not a polygon, okay, and then it has no clearly defined polygons as its bases, okay, and we have a cylinder right here. So again, it has circles as the bases and then kind of a cup, as one of the boundaries. So these are not polyhedrons. Okay, so parts of the polyhedron. Okay, so we want to list the following. Okay, list the vertices. Okay, the vertex is where three or more of the faces come to a point. Okay, so it's all the points of the polygon. Okay, so your vertices here, okay, are going to be point C, point B, point A, point D, and then that's it on that one. Okay, the edges, okay, are going to be a line, okay, the lines that make up the polyhedron. Okay, so it's just going to be 2 points, or 2 points and the line in between them. So here's an edge, DC. Okay, another edge then would be DB. Another edge would be DA. And then we can also say that AB is an edge and BC is an edge. Okay, the faces are the boundaries, the polygons that make up the polyhedron. So for this one, it has three faces. It has DBC. Okay, we'll say triangle DBC is one of the faces. Triangle DAB, and then also triangle ABC is also one of the faces. Okay, so faces make up are the boundaries, edges are the lines, and then the vertices are the points. Okay. Polyhedrons are solids. Okay, so if we look right here, this would be the interior. Okay, all of this purple right here, and then the exterior is also the purple. So if you're seeing this right, it can have volume because it's a solid. Okay, when we're naming polyhedrons, we're going to name them according to the number of their sides. Okay, so or the number of their faces, I guess. So if we think about how you would name a polygon, okay, so this has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we would call it a tetrahedron. And now, if we remember, usually with a four-sided polygon, we call that a square, but we can also call it a tetragon. That's the other word that we use. So this is the only one that should be kind of new. For a five-sided figure, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would call it a pentahedron, because remember, five-sided was a pentagon, okay? 6, okay, was a hexagon, so we would call it a hexahedron. 7 was a heptagon, so we would call it a heptahedron. 8 is called a octahedron because we would call it an octagon, okay? So that's how we would name the polyhedrons according to their sides. Okay, and then the nets of polyhedron. A net is what the three-dimensional figure would look like if you were to unfold it and make it flat, okay? So for example, here's the solid, right? If you look at the base, okay, usually your base is going to be somewhere in the middle, okay? You're going to see here the base is the square, all right? And if you look, it has 4 triangles. And if you were, say this was glued here at the top, okay? If we were to unglue this and peel these sides down, like that, okay, they would lay down. The triangles would lay down flat. So this right here is the net of this solid, okay? Now if we look right here, the base, okay, is this rectangle. So there's that base, all right? And then if we were to unglue, essentially we're ungluing right here, okay? We're taking this part and lifting it off, okay? So this little rectangle, okay, or actually square, would be right there, and then this top face is that right there, okay? And then you would take the sides and lay those down, okay? So this is the net of this solid. And that is the end of lines, planes, and polyhedra part 2.